Hello, this is Randall Root, and this video is about exercise 5.4. In exercise 5.4, you take the files that you generated would contain your script to go ahead and create the database, and you take that file and any other files that you might make, such as, for example, I kind of recommend you go through and make a backup of the database. So I might go through and make a backup in your store script and a backup. And then once I was done with that, I take my database code, my script file, my backup file, and I would go ahead and place it in a little subfolder. And then once the subfolder is made, I bring it over to the folder that had my Visual Studio project, or actually I should say at this point, documents, other documents. And what's going to happen is that you want to be able to have a Visual Studio solution that will contain not only the Excel spreadsheet that describes the projects for developers and the Word doc that's going to describe the project for the project managers and the people who are going to sell the project to, stakeholders, if you would. But you're also going to have a subfolder that contains the components that make up the database. So in this example, you can see I have the backup file and I have the script file that when you go ahead and use it, it'll go ahead and run the code for creating a backup or restoring it. And then a script file that when you run the entire script file, it goes through and creates the database and the tables and the foreign key constraints, everything. Now, if you have problems going through and getting everything to work, it is a complex process and it takes practice. Remember that I've given you kind of a safe way out here. If you look in the book files, you'll find the completed version of this, in which case it has all the the various different pieces of code. So if all else fails, all you really need to do is take these items under the complete section and put it into the VI solution folder and move on to the next chapter. So try not to let the complexity of this make you too crazy. You really can't fail as long as you go ahead and just move forward and use the script that I've given you to create the database. And then you can start moving on to chapter 6, which begins the process of extracting the data from the original pubs database, transforming it, and getting it ready to load into the new data warehouse that you've made. Anyway, I'm hoping you're finding the exercises useful, and by the time you get this done, you're ready to start working on filling the data warehouse.